Hi guys, Chamion here. I hope all is well. Today I am going to do a chicken noodle soup for you all. It isn't a Trini thing, but I want to say chicken noodle soup is very good for if you have the flu. And of course, we get the flu or the common cold here in Trinidad, right? Not everyone is into the broth. Some persons don't like peas-based soups and so forth. I happen to the fish broth, I should have said. I happen to love chicken noodle soup. So I've been making it a couple of years, and even if anyone in my family, for let's say, gets the flu, I will always make it. Why? Because the canned stuff, the sodium and the preservatives is just a plain turn off. We know sometimes when person are sick, they just want something pure. They will gravitate towards things like coconut water and pure orange juice and things like that. But the chicken noodle soup is really good. There's something about it. And by the way, the Americans, they believe in this when they are not well. Right? Because remember, the chicken and the peas and everything have its own set of vitamin in it. You know, for that you will need some egg noodles. This is mostly the shape of the egg noodles that I will see for some reason. It's kind of shaped like twist. It's egg noodle. It must be egg noodle. Pasta will not do it any justice. Regular pasta, right? Some peas and carrots, right? Some frozen peas and carrots, and of course some chicken breast, all white meat chicken breast, and a blend of celery and garlic and onion. That's all you will need. Don't put local seasonings in this, please. Remember, this is really an American thing, right? And they keep their seasonings, you know, at a certain level. They don't go with too much of seasonings, right? And of course some oregano and basil. This is optional because I will tell you, I make it all the time. This is dehydrated stuff, by the way, not fresh, right? It's optional. You will need butter, of course, and some chicken stock or broth. For those of you that might be saying, Chamion, where, how? Organic chicken broth is even being sold in the boxes. I wouldn't call the brand, but a lot of you that are my supporters that live overseas, you all know where you can access chicken broth, right? By the box. It makes no sense you buy a can of chicken broth. It will not be enough. You'll have to buy literally like 10 cans, right? Don't cook it with water. You want a rich, nice flavor releasing in there. So get your chicken broth. How can you do it? You can use bouillon cubes or bouillon cubes, right? Chicken flavored bouillon cubes. I'm just going to show you all. This is an international brand that I am using. But of course, you all know locally here we have our own brand. I'm not promoting anyone, so I'm not calling the name. But let me show you all because it's in bottle. So when it comes out of the bottle, then you are going to catch it immediately what I'm speaking about. This is what it looks like. We all grew up seeing this, right? So this is what you want. Make sure it's chicken flavored, and you get it in your in some hot water, tempered water. By tempered, I mean half hot water, half cold water, and you mix it before you get it ready. If you want to make your own chicken broth or stock home, there is a way to do that. Just boil like a whole chicken breast, get carrots and celery and onions in there and let it go until you figure, you know, it's done. What persons will do also with that, I'm just covering a bit and giving you a bit of tips also like I usually do, is some persons, they will put it in ice trays and fuse it for future use. So let's say they are making like pilaf or rice or anything that calls for like deep depth of flavor. Instead of using plain water, they will just drop in a few of their cubes that they made, their chicken broth cubes, and they're going to have it flavored. Having said that, I'm going to show the egg noodles packaging, right? So this is about the size of your egg noodle, right? There. You see, I don't kill you all, I always tell you all that. So there, I am only now observing it, even though it was in my pantry. Chicken noodle soup, and they are telling you how to go about it, right? And of course, if you look, you're going to see chicken broth. You see, I don't ever lead you all wrong. I don't have time for that, right? So we are going to start demo now, right? Remember, I call out all that you will need, okay? So let's just start this demo this minute. You want to make sure your pot is already hot. And just cut, I will say, about 3 tablespoons of butter. Don't use golden ranges, please. The American knows nothing about cooking with any cooking butter, what we consider cooking butter here in Trinidad. They don't know about it. It's something they don't do, right? And that will just overpower the pot. Chicken broth, chicken noodle soup always have this nice clear color to it, right? There's always this nice clear color to it. The only thing I get you some of this color is your Alright, so I'm gonna show you all now. My pot is screaming hot, right? I'm just gonna show you guys. Remember, I'm using the important butter, so it's gonna look thick. So I'm just gonna show you guys this. You don't want this to get too dark, but the butter, the pot because it's screaming hot. So this stage I'm just gonna put in my cube or diced chicken breast. Just to pick up a bit of my seasoning flavor. Directly in there, make sure your chicken breast is washed and clean, even nice slices. I'm using my pressure cooker pot. I'm using my pressure cooker pot, but I will not be pressure cooking this. This will go by pretty quickly. See how small the breast is cubodized? Yes. So there is no need to pressure that. It's going to move very rapidly. You can make this in portions and freeze it and so forth if you like. I'm also, you want to play it safe and not. You also see I'm going to use my a bit of salt and so forth in it. You want to play it safe and not put too much salt up front because of course your chicken stock or broth, it contains salt. Right? So we don't want to get too much of that, right? So I'm using that's my salt and pepper grinder from Stonewall. From Stonewall Kitchen. I did a feature with a store that carries Stonewall exclusively in Trinidad. It's on my YouTube channel. Feel free to look at that. Right? So I'm gonna bring you all back now to the pot. And I'm going to add. It just looks so good. You also just smell the scent that's coming out of the kitchen. I'm just going to add at this stage my chicken broth or stock. Right, I show you all the color of it, right? Remember that, right? So I'm going to add all of this. It's going to be so good. Followed by my noodles and then my peas and carrot. It doesn't matter which order, right? Because everything is going to go by pretty quickly and it's going to give you a lot. The price of a can of this is ridiculous. And like I say, it's not going to be healthy as the home version of it, right? So let me add my noodles. This is one pack, by the way. Right? And now I'm going to add peas and carrots immediately. Right? You will know it's cooked when your noodles, when they are tender, right? I'm going to stir everything again. Right? Give a good stir. You see how pretty it looks and it isn't even finished as yet. I will add the bagel and the oregano as we are coming closer to the end of it. This may just need to cook up. Add just a bit of my sea salt from Stonewall using my grinder. It's main sea salt, by the way. Please check out the feature that I did with Brook Foods. You all are going to thank me for feature in Brook Foods. It's going to become one of your favorite places if you love cooking high-end products and exclusive products as much as I do. Right? You don't ever want to taste things that contain raw poultry in it. That was a myth and something wrong that we did in the Caribbean here for a number of years, where we will taste the meat after it's seasoned. Raw poultry or uncooked poultry carries heavy amounts of bacteria. Remember I told you, all right? Remember it's a soup, so we want it with liquid. You don't want too little bit of liquid in it. You don't want to put too much also to drum, but you don't want too little bit of liquid in there either. So I know a lot of you after today, my American supporters and viewers, you all are not going to be buying any of that canned preserved stuff. If sometimes you can't help it, well, you can't help it, but I'm saying from experience that chicken noodle soup is very good for the flu. So you all will keep watching, right, until I bring it together. I wouldn't tell anyone to not use the egg noodles, because in the first place a vegetarian will not partake of this because it is a chicken noodle soup. So right there, we know no vegetarian will be eating from it. So you have to use the egg noodles. And it doesn't have any fresh taste, the egg noodle, as we will say here in Trinidad. You know, in Trinidad, we like to speak about sometimes eggs being fresh, as all those things are like Caribbean and Trini things. The American, they knows nothing about that. Like I said, I have tried their cooking, their methods of seasoning their meats and so forth. It will just perfectly. If I tell you all something, take what I'm saying. Right? Take what I'm saying. I don't come on here at any time to kid you all. None of my demos or videos is sponsored content where anyone pays me to say anything. I want to speak about the chicken noodle, but about the egg noodle, sorry. You may not get it at any and every supermarket. I realized like about 2 years ago we started having a shortage of it at the place regular supermarkets. So if you want to find out, comment below and I will tell you exactly where you can source or purchase that. Okay, so let me just stir again. After this stir, you will just leave it to rest and leave it to go. You see the gorgeousness? No canned stuff can beat this. Right? You see what we have here? Everything is all natural, including our chicken breast. It's not no genetically modified chicken breast in this, because sometimes when you buy it in the can, the chicken breast, you taste it and you say, this could never be real chicken breast. It's that awful. I'm not calling any brand, I'm staying clear of that. I'm just speaking generally, right? So guys, keep watching as I bring it to a close. So guys, this is where our chicken noodle soup reach. It's finished cooking. See the loveliness that we have. I want to mention that your water, your chicken stock or broth must be hot. You want to treat your egg noodle as you will pasta, and we don't put pasta to boil in cold water or top temperature water, right? So I'm just going to plate it. You all know I do that. I'm just going to plate this to present it to you all, and this went by in about 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes exact. So I'm going to use my soup ladle. Look how good it looks. You won't get this in any can, I can guarantee you that. And if anyone asks you, once you make it, you know what's in it. You're not trying to get persons that are not feeling well more sick. Right? So you want to, but remember I said, if it's all you can access, the chicken noodle in the can, you may not have a choice. Right? You all know how I feel about canned stuff. I use it if I don't have a choice, but it's not my go-to thing. It's good to have it on hand also for a number of reasons. Cases of emergency, life happens, you might be busy sometimes. It's really good to have it on hand, but make sure you buy the best quality. And if there is liquid in it, always drain it off and rinse a bit and, you know, then use it. Because that's what I do. Because it's loaded of sodium, those things, right? So about there is where I will leave it. I just want to get a little more pea. I happen to love peas and carrot. The frozen ones, that's really good. I love it like I cannot explain, right? So guys, here's our finished product, our chicken noodle soup from start to finish. Looks just gorgeous. We're going to zoom in for you guys to see. It's just gorgeous, right? Guys, the pleasure was my own as always. I hope you all try it. If you are vegetarian, well, of course, like I said, a vegetarian won't eat chicken noodle soup, but you know, you will have to look for creative ways to make your broth-based soups, right? You may have to look for things like seafood flavored stuff, stock and so forth, or even vegetable flavored stuff, because there is vegetable flavored stock, and you put in whatever you feel you can get out. Might be close to egg noodles, sorry, because I know we have like a lot of things like imitating actual meat and everything that meat eaters will eat. Non-vegetarians, we have things imitating it. So if you're a vegetarian likely and you go to the right supermarket or specialty store, you might find something that pretty much looks like egg noodle, but it's vegetarian. So don't give up anything full, right? Guys, as always, like I was saying, the pleasure is always my own. You all know the business is all over social media. We are on YouTube. We have our channel on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. Anyone can like the page. And a lot of the demos are uploaded there most times first, because I don't pass it through YouTube to get it to the page. So we have all those social media platforms all under the name Food by Chamion. There's an email address for the business, which is foodbychamion@gmail.com. My first name, which is what the business is named after, is spelled Chamion. But to access the email address, you'll have to use all common letters, which is foodbychamion@gmail.com. Guys, until I meet you all, thanks for watching and bye.